Hello, I'm Jonathan Butler, RTT Therapist and founder of My Fit Mind. In this short video, I am going to share with you the 5 essential questions that you really have to ask any potential RTT therapist, and ideally ask these questions before you choose to work with them. Now, if you're watching this video, you've probably already decided that RTT is for you, or you think it could be for you. And now you need to find the right person to work with. So in this video, I will help you find the person who is the right fit for you. So the first question you really have to ask, and you really have to feel and know that you've got the answer to, is how confident are you that you can help me get where I want? Because you need to believe in your therapist. You need to believe that they are going to get you the results that you want. And to do that, they need to instill confidence in you. They need to look and sound and give off the vibe that they believe they can help you. Because RTT is a fantastic methodology. It works really, really well. But it does require belief. It requires belief in the process. And it requires belief and trust in your therapist, and belief that they have that they can get you to where you want to get. And you should be able to sense that. How confident do they sound? How confident do they look? Do they talk knowledgeably? Do they talk affirmatively? Do you really believe that they feel they can get you where you want to get to? And if you're in any doubt about that, any doubt whatsoever, you really should move on and find someone who does inspire in you that right level of confidence. So the second question is, what experience do you have related to my issue? As I touched on before, RTT is a phenomenal methodology. Very versatile. It can be applied to lots of situations. But seeing an RTT therapist is a bit like going to get a tailor-made suit or clothes. It's about getting it fitted so it suits you perfectly. So most RTT therapists can do a session and do work with you that will be helpful and it will move you forward because they're all experienced and trained to a minimum level of competence. However, someone who's expert in the area that you want help in is going to really understand how to tune, how to tweak, how to tailor that session to get the absolute best results for you. A specialist in your area, in what you're looking for help with, will really understand what's going on with you. They'll know what's happening when you start talking to them. They'll have been there, they'll have experienced it, they'll have seen it. And if they've got that experience and that knowledge, they're going to have more empathy for you and your situation. And that's going to foster that trust. And the stronger that trust is, the better the outcome you will get. And how can you tell this? Again, part of it is that gut feeling of the confidence that they inspire in you. But also, are they able to talk knowledgeably about the condition that you've got? Do they ask the right kind of questions? Are they insightful about the condition, the issue that you've got? But most importantly, how it's affecting you. Do they really show they understand the place that you're in now? And of course, do they convey the confidence that they can get you from that place to the place you want to get to? So the third question, building on that you really must ask is, what do you specialize in and why? And in asking this question, really here you should be looking to understand what's their personal experience of your issue or condition. Is this something they've got lived experience of themselves? Maybe they've been treated using RTT to overcome this issue themselves. Maybe that's how they got into doing what they do. Do they have experience of it in their family, in close relationships? Why is it they specialise in this area? Because people who are passionate about their specialisms are going to be deeply knowledgeable, as well as having all that empathy that I talked about earlier. They will really understand where you are, where you want to get to, and have helped people like you get from where you are to where you want to get to. And also someone who's specialist and passionate about their area of expertise is going to be able to advise you beyond just, I say just in inverted commas there, just the RTT therapy on how to maximise your chances of success, because RTT therapy is incredibly powerful. But they'll also be able to coach you and advise you on all the things that you can do to reinforce and support the work that you do with them in that therapy. Maybe it's the books that you read, articles that you read, little tips and advice that really, really embed and reinforce the work that you do in the therapy session. The fourth question, and this is a big one. I like this question. What results do you get for your clients? Any good RTT therapist should know this, because RTT is an outcome-based therapy. That's one of the big premises of this methodology. It is about being effective, about getting you the outcomes and getting them quickly. So your therapist really should be able to have plenty of anecdotes, plenty of case studies, likely anonymised for obvious reasons, but they should be able to talk knowledgeably about treating the area you're looking for help with, about where they've done it before, about the process, the results, the outcomes that they have achieved for their clients. Also ask them how they measure their success. And I'm not going to say any more on this, but how do you measure your success? How do you know you've actually got people to a better place? See what they say. And the final part of that question is really about understanding, do they go the extra mile? Are you going to somebody who's competent but putting you through a process, doing a session, charging you for their time? Or are they someone who is actually really going to be there for you, who really wants to get you that result? Because people who are focused on those results and outcomes rather than on just doing the sessions are much more likely to go that extra mile, because getting the result is what really, really drives them. So that's key. You want someone who is focused on the result, not just on the standard process. And the fifth and final question is, tell me about your experience. How did they come into being an RTT therapist? What was their training like? Did they do all their training online? And obviously people who've done that over 2020, 2021 will probably have done, understandably, all of their training online rather than in person. But did they train online or in person? That is important. That is important. It'll give you a gauge of the experience, but also the wider support network that they've got. Who's mentoring them? Who's helping them grow as a therapist? Also, are they full-time RTT therapists? Many people start off their RTT practice as a sideline, maybe alongside counselling, maybe alongside regular hypnotherapy, maybe alongside their day job. And that's fine, that's great. That really is good. That's how a lot of people get going. But again, just to understand, depending on the complexity of what's happening with you, is this an experienced person that you're working with? But also, is this what they bet their house on? Because if someone is doing this full time, that means they really believe in this. They're not hedging their bets by working as a sideline. They are full-time RTT therapists that are paying their bills through doing this. And that means many things, but it should mean that they're experienced. It certainly will mean that they really believe in it and are backing themselves to get great results and referrals from their clients, for their clients. But it means they're also likely to have done a lot of sessions with people, so they will be experienced. And again, you might want to ask them how many clients they have worked with. So, in summary, what do you really need to know from your RTT therapist before you choose to work with them? And summarising these, it really is about, does that therapist inspire you and instill confidence in you? Do you believe that they can help you go from where you are to where you want to get to? Do they understand you? Do they know what's going on with you? Do they understand your particular issue? Have they worked with it before? Do they have that empathy for you? Do they inspire you that you can get where you want to get to? And do they have that right experience? It isn't necessarily the most experienced person, but it is about having the right experience to help you. Do you believe they've got the experience, the lived experience, the practicing experience to help you? And do they get results? Because this is a results business. Is this person going to get results for you? And finally, you should ask yourself the gut feel question. Does this therapist feel right for you? Do you feel comfortable working with that person? If it doesn't feel right, then really do think hard before you make that decision. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. I hope you found it informative. If you would like more information about me or about RTT, please do visit my website, which is myfitmind.co.uk, where I talk more about RTT, how it works, and also if you'd like to find out more about what I specialise in, so you can know what I can help you with or that I don't really work around. So please do visit my website, myfitmind.co.uk, or please do subscribe below to my YouTube channel, where you will get early access to new videos and special offers and giveaways that I do. So I hope you've enjoyed this today, and good luck with your RTT journey. It's a phenomenal methodology and you can get great results.